And question, what do the cycle indicators represent? Sure, that's a great question. So when you look at markets, let me just kind of pull up I'll just leave it right here where it is. So, but when you look at markets, markets never go straight up or straight down, right? They're going to trade in some kind of cycle. And so that's kind of what I've always been obsessed with. You can just look at this, look at these cycles. So it comes, it comes down. So you can kind of look at different patterns here. Here's market moving down, then it retraces back up, moves down, back up. So you can see it just cycling up and down. So we want to measure these cycles, and we can do that a couple ways. The main thing I look at to measure when a cycle is going to turn, potentially turn, is I look to momentum. And these momentum indicators measure strength or weakness, of a price. So for example, you can see here, this is cycle one, which is my lower study momentum indicator. It's a really fast momentum measurement. So it's an oscillator. So you can see that it's based on 0, and cycle 2 below it is also measuring momentum, a different measurement, but it's slower, so it's confirming momentum. So you can just see here, for example, on SPX, when it came off hard, see the momentum starts to go lower. See here, it comes up hard, nice push to the upside, nice positive momentum. And then momentum starts to falter. See that? So you can see that cycle, you can see that momentum. And this is what I look to give me probable direction. There's nothing else that does it better than momentum. And so we can do it across, different time frames to really sharpen it up. So you can see here, just as an example, then it goes negative, okay, on both momentum measurements. And then look what happens, a vicious move to the downside. And then you can see momentum all through this period of time as it moves down is negative, right? So what this does is helps you not to, try to pick a bottom, because there is no bottom, because momentum is telling you that it still can go down. And then you can start seeing it shift. Cycle 1 will go first, cycle 2 next. The first thing though is reversal. So we get a cycle reversal, and then we get momentum. And then we get that little reversion back up to the mean. And you can see here it comes up to the 50 simple, basically falters there between that 21 and 50, moves back down, okay, following momentum. So just follow momentum. Then we have a period of kind of a cycling that's starting to churn sideways. And then we have here what we call a volatility squeeze, which is compression. And then it breaks to the upside. And here's where we have the great rally right here, and it pretty much nailed it. If you look at the momentum, just don't even look at what's trading, just look at the momentum. So let me just push it back here, and you can kind of follow along here. Let me get rid of this arrow. So if I was to push this price back and work in time like this, you can see you just follow momentum hard, this area right here. Then let's go move forward a little bit. So start moving forward a little bit, okay? So first thing, cycle 1, which is fast momentum, will happen. Actually, the first thing that will happen was this, see that crossover, that white cross in the yellow? That's what we call a reversal, okay? So this is an indicator I developed to give reversals. And so then you can see that purple line, the arrow is marking that reversal, okay? So now that's the first thing that will happen, but that is giving me the clue or cycle that there is a potential for the downtrend to maybe start bottoming. But then to confirm it, then I look at cycle 1 is going positive, but 2 still negative, so still doing nothing. So then 2 starts going positive. Now it looks potentially, now we're starting to possibly bottom, and we could move up. So just kind of follow the momentum. Momentum is still positive. Look at price starting to move up, and then it starts to break key moving averages. See that break? And then we're getting some really key moving average crosses right here, pointed out by that orange arrow. And that's another really great indicator to kind of confirm movement up or down. And so now this is pretty much confirming that the cycle has run out of juice, momentum to the downside. And now it's turning up. And then the next question is, how far does it go? So momentum here is giving us that measurement up, and you can see what happens. Then it starts moving up, and it just keeps moving up, right? So we can do this based on whatever time frame. That was a daily. Then if I break it down, you can see the weekly, same pattern, but longer term. So here you can see the weekly came down hard, seeing the momentum down here, and then it starts to turn up right here. This was about August, right there, the 1st of August. And then we just had that rip, really big rip to the upside here, right into that 50 simple moving, descending trend line, etc. So that's momentum and how